What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to today's episode of Why'd I Buy a Mini Truck? So, we have finished taking everything off of the black donor single cab that we are going to keep. I'm going to leave the shocks on here. I was going to take them. I'm just going to get new ones. I got a kind of a cool idea for the ones I want to pick up. We've got the grommets taken out. I got the throttle cable off. I'm not going to pull anything else out of the interior. I'm just going to leave it just like this. So I did just post this up for free. It'll come with a tailgate. It'll come with front fenders. It'll come with a hood, a bumper, all that jazz. It just doesn't have a front clip, no engine, no transmission. So hopefully somebody jumps on that. It's a cool truck. Would make a cool little project for somebody. So this is the hood and fenders that go with it, but I'm using them for test fit right now. New wheels got on yesterday, like I was saying. Up here, tack welded, very poorly, mind you. My welds are not great. Got this all tacked up. Got the tubs cut out. So this one's just a flat cut. This one I radiused with the Sawzall. It actually came out pretty good. On this one I kind of like made up to the corner and then cut across. On this one, I just started from the bottom, worked around, and gave a pretty decent radius. So this is kind of what I'm thinking as far as the tub goes. Obviously, this will be moved up. We'll clean this up so that it makes full contact all the way around. We might have to have a filler patch in the back, but nothing too crazy. And I thought this would be a nice way to just kind of clean this portion up. We're not going to go so high that we're going to need to make a cutout like the other tub was. Since there's plenty of room, even if you went with an 18, there'd be plenty of room. So this is kind of what I'm thinking as far as the tub goes. Pretty straightforward. We'll tie it in to here, and then we'll probably round this portion off. Since this does bolt just down there, we'll probably just clean it up, box it off, so it's pretty nice. And then we still have to cut off the radiator support portion that we didn't cut off when we pulled the engine off. But I'm happy to say that with very minimal trimming, I mean, this lines up like almost perfectly. Like, look at that. It's wild how close I cut the front of this to how the front of the other truck was cut. I mean, it's crazy. I thought for sure there'd be hours of fine tuning, and I'm sure there will be. This is just tacked into place. Still got to sand down, basically strip away all that stuff on the areas we're going to be welding up. And then when we're done with that, we'll do a radius cut here to match the fender. I'm going to wait to cut that one. This one I just got kind of lucky and close, but we'll still have to clean that up. So I got the fenders just kind of test fitted on here. We got nothing going on in here still. We did get the other wheels put on. They look great. And as soon as we're done up here in the front with the tubbing and all that jazz, before we actually go any further on the front end of this, I'm going to cut the tacks off, pull the front off. I mean, we're bolted up. You know, like the bolts aren't tight, but we're bolted in here. I'm going to pull this off and pressure wash all of this, and then we're going to come in here and we're going to shave all of these tabs that got left open. If we don't go with a full replacement radiator support, which is only $90-something, not a huge deal, we definitely should. What we'll put on here will be plenty strong enough, and it'll just look nice and clean and open in the front. So it does have a valance on the front we have to pull off. It's all bent up and stuff, and it makes the fenders not fit super well. So that's something we'll take care of later. But for now, pretty excited. I mean, it's definitely touching. Like there's no gap here. And on the other side, we have about the same gap, except it's for the actual fender rail. So pretty close right here. Like I said, what we'll do is we'll come up. The other one I kind of left some metal here. It's not a huge deal. We can plate this, and this is where we're going to be doing some work anyway, so this will all need to get cleaned up, but we'll come in and we'll kind of flow with the arc of the other fender well, kind of like how it is over there. Now that one's pushed all the way forward, and that's just because like I thought it would be cool to have kind of that cap for the front, but I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably just going to like tie the tub in to the arch and then put a little flat tab that goes out to right there, and then we'll kind of close that up so we can have the coil pack sit there, and I think that'll be good. So I'd like to keep some stuff in the engine bay that needs to be in the engine bay, obviously, but anything else we can get out of there, we're definitely going to be doing that. So that's pretty much it for right now. I need to get back to work on the front end, and whatever I don't get finished today, I'm going to finish up tomorrow. I just need to clean up this side, clean the other side up, make sure that the arches look correct where they are, measure to make sure we have the appropriate show on the inside and that it doesn't affect the fender on the outside. And then that's pretty much it. And then we can, once it's tacked to this portion, we can actually pull the front clip off and we'll weld all of it. I mean, I might just leave it on. I don't know yet, really. I want to make sure that this is 100% good with the fender and hood alignment. So what I might do is throw some hinges in and bolt a hood up, and then put two fenders, bolt the fenders up, and just kind of see where everything lies. We do have these, so this is a good indication of where like the hood needs to stop. And we'll see make sure it all lines up. Once we know it all lines up, I'll feel more confident welding it in. This is the first time I've chopped the front of a truck off, so I did it twice. So it's definitely been a learning experience. I don't know if I'm going to do it again anytime soon, but when I did cut the front off of this, I went pretty much straight down onto the firewall and made sure that I hit this seam. And then what I did was when I came out, I kind of went in a little bit just to give all that clearance there, because we don't have any of this on ours. I mean, we do. It's probably about half the thickness of this, but it's going to get cut off and shaved. So we're not going to have any of that. I didn't want to worry about trying to tie it in and all that jazz. So that's pretty much it, guys. The next thing that we're going to be doing after we're done here in the front is cleaning it all up. We're going to pressure wash the whole thing. And then another reason I want to kind of keep the front clip off for now, I mean, we're going to leave it tacked, but I think before we like really get into welding this, what I'd like to do is just take the front clip off, because we have all of the steering to do. All of the steering, all of the suspension here in the front is getting worked. Like the upper control arm box out kit, the lower control arm reinforcement kit, all new steering, idler, I mean, everything in here is going to be brand new. So I figured we get it all cleaned up, and then we do all of the work here, and then we will go ahead and move on to getting these 100% where I want them, getting the tubs put in. I'm still going to clean it up and still try to match them up pretty well right now, even maybe throw a couple tacks in just to hold it in place. But really the key here is that we need to focus here. We're going to reinforce the upper plate mounts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff we're going to do in here. And then we're going to paint the frame and powder coat all of the bits, like the upper and lower control arms after we get done reinforcing them. New ball joints. We're going to go new brakes all the way around, new wheel studs, new lug nuts. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. So very excited about that. Windshield guys are supposed to be coming sometime next week to pull that. Very excited and get in there and get it painted. And yeah, that'll be it. So thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. I will catch you guys in the next video, which probably won't be, it'll either be tomorrow or it'll be a week from now. So until then, I'll catch you in the next one.